What's up, everyone? We're back with another video. Today we're just doing a little trade recap. Today is November 11th, 2025. It was a bank holiday, if you guys were aware. Not a very popular day for many traders to trade. Just kind of choppy, very irregular. So if you're going to have an entry, it's got to be very, very, very particular. I'm going to break down the trade that I took today. We did have a break-even trade. Although this says negative 105, that was a stupid error that I made off rip. I accidentally entered. I do not know how. To this very moment, I genuinely don't know how I entered. But it made me enter, and I just closed my position right away because I didn't mean to enter. So I lost $100, but that doesn't fucking mean anything. So let's just ignore that. You can see right here, P&L 0. That was the break-even trade I took. And that was the only trade I took. So let's break it down. So off rip, I marked out my hourly highs and hourly lows. We had a lot of low resistance liquidity resting above. We had these two hourly highs. And then we just had this big imbalance here. And then this gap, which gets tapped into. But the only low was all the way down here on both pairs. It was exactly the same. Like this low was way, 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 way down there. I did not think price was going to get that far down today. And it didn't. As you can see, this little orange line here and here, that is an SMT divergence. On NASDAQ, we fall short of taking that, while on ES, we take it. So that is a bearish SMT, confluence for it to go down. So I just had that in my mind. That doesn't really affect New York, but it's just a multi-day bearish SMT, and I'm just taking that into account, that on the higher time frames, we are bearish. So let's go down to the 30-minute. Actually, fuck it. Let's go to the 15 on both pairs. Okay. Stem this here. So let's break it up session by session and see what I saw in that very moment. Okay. So Asian session, we marked out the highs, we marked out the lows. London session, same exact shit. Marked out London session highs, London session lows. We are just following this downtrend. I don't really see any reversal or anything really. So I'm just taking that into account because as of now, there's no real manipulation to trade an extension off of. And my strategy is off of reversals. So I'm just taking that into account. Asian session, now we're talking about ES here. Asian session high, Asian session low. This is just a 15-minute high that I marked out. We can actually delete that. London session high and a London session low. So same exact shit. Before New York opened here, ignore this. Just look here to here. There's no real reversal. There's no context that we want to reverse higher, anything. This right here, this is an hourly fair value gap. I did mark out. Same on ES. I did just mark this out because we didn't tap into it prior, and I wanted to see if we would maybe tap into this and reject higher. Or, you know, we sweep a London high or an Asian high and then see that reversal to the downside, which is exactly what we ended up doing for today. So let's break it down even more. Let's go on the 5-minute for you. Okay. 5-minute. Here we are. Okay, so I did mark this out. I didn't take this trade, but I just wanted to mark it out. So we did tap into this fair value gap here, and we start going higher. I did get confluence to take a long, but I didn't really want to, so I'm just going to delete that. I didn't really see that as a strong entry. Okay, so what happens? Why did I enter? I'll tell you. We get a liquidity sweep off of London session high on ES, but on NQ, we fall short of that. That is also another bearish SMT. So we have that big high time frame SMT that I marked out. And now we have a session bearish SMT that I marked out right here. Boom, boom. NQ is the leading index in this case. So now that we have this liquidity sweep, I'm looking for a 5-minute confirmation that we do want to go in the bearish direction. I'm going to pull up my strategy here just so I can read it line by line. We get the session high liquidity sweep. Now we have to wait for a 5-minute confirmation. So that's a break of structure, an inverse fair value gap, another SMT, or a 79% extension, okay? So what do we get? This right here is a 5-minute fair value gap. What do? We completely inverse it. That's my confirmation, okay? Boom, sweet. We keep rolling. Now we need a 5-minute continuation confluence. So that's either equilibrium or a fair value gap that gets tapped into and we continue lower. So what did I do? I marked out, this is, go on the 1 minute, just see it better. I'm gonna delete this one just for now, and then I'll break into why that happened. Okay, so what was my confluence that it was a 5-minute confirmation? Or sorry, a 5-minute continuation. Well, this is 5-minute equilibrium right here. From this high, where the SMT starts, to this low, to this swing low right here. So what happens? We tap into this 5-minute equilibrium, and we get a 1-minute confirmation because we get a bearish candle closure. I entered as soon as I saw this bearish candle closure right here. I saw this bearish candle closure. That means we tapped into equilibrium. Orders were able to be filled. Now we can continue that move lower. So that all comes together. We got that London session sweep. We got that 5-minute confirmation because we got that 5-minute inverse or value gap. We get a 5-minute continuation confluence because we tap into equilibrium, and we get a 1-minute confirmation break of structure to the downside. That is my strategy. Where did I target? I targeted previous hourly lows. Bink, bink. This one ended up getting taken. I don't know about the other one. The other one, yeah, almost gets taken. But yeah, this was my target down here. So what happens? Okay. We start immediately in a profit. I'm doing good. We're going down. We get about right here. That's like where this hourly inverse for value gap is slightly getting inversed. So we tap in here, and then we start going higher and higher and higher. So at this very point, we are, let me get my fib retracer here. From where I entered, wait, it's the other way, sorry. From where I entered to where it went down to, we were 79% to my TP. 79%. That is a majority of my take profit. Once I see this reversal happening, that's when I started moving it to break even, because I'm thinking, okay, we got that far all the way down into our take profit already, and we're starting to see a heavy reversal. Maybe it's a smart idea to save capital here and maybe not trade this. So that's exactly what I did. Once we got to right here and I see this big bullish candle up and then this bullish candle up, that's when I moved my stop loss to break even, right about there. What happens? We get tapped and then boom, take profit hit. Sucks, right? It's fucking shit. But why did that happen, right? You might be asking yourself, why, Nick, why would you move it to break even? Why would you do that? Why aren't you confident in your trade? Okay, yes, you're right. I can be more confident in my trade, and I was. It's not that I wasn't confident in my trade. I just didn't see a probability of it wanting to go down further if we made this low already. What I could have done better, though, is understood that this is simply a 1-minute equilibrium retrace. And how do I know that? Because this little swing high right here to this low that we formed right here, what is this green line? That's equilibrium. What do? We go all the way down, come up, tap equilibrium. What are we into now? We're in a premium to go short. After we tap into this premium, TP gets smashed. Look how minute that stop is. My stop was right on this line. That's immediately at break even. If I held, yes, I would have made, I think it was 13.56 on the day. That's frustrating, don't get me wrong, but I'm very, 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 very pleased with my execution because I followed it. I was flawless. My execution was flawless. I had my liquidity sweep, I had my 5-minute confirmation, I had my 5-minute continuation, I had my 1-minute confirmation. I targeted previous draws and liquidity. Boom. It was exactly what I was supposed to be doing. Moving forward, what should I do? I need to be a little bit more conscientious that legs up or down in the opposite direction of where my TP is could simply be a low time frame retrace just to fill more orders. So let me just draw something out. Let me just draw something out for you. So if we're in an uptrend here, right? And my TP is all the way up here and I entered off of this breaker structure. Wait, let me get a long tool. And I entered right there and I was targeting that. And my stop was like, we'll just say right there, okay. I need to take into account that retraces are going to take place. They are going to take place, right? If we get the Gann box here, where does equilibrium rest? Equilibrium rests right here. What is the chances that we end up moving lower, are slightly in drawdown, but then reject higher and take our TP? Pretty fucking high. Pretty fucking high that happens, right? Because orders need to be filled. You need to gather the liquidity in order to move in the direction that it's supposed to. And that's exactly what happened today. We get a low time frame manipulation to an area of interest, and then we reject and go higher. See, what I did today, right? What I did today is I said, okay, we are already this far into our take profit. We're all the way up here. Our take profit's right there. We're about 50% to it. I'm going to be careful and I'm going to move my stops right here. What happens? Stop loss gets tapped and then boom, TP smashed. So, what am I going to do moving forward? Well, that doesn't mean I'm going to hold every fucking time. Like, there are times that it's smart to go to break even, right? You shouldn't hold till the end of time, you know? A stop loss is there for a reason. I just need to understand better and be more active while I'm in the trade. Like, you can't just, all right, I entered, let me go to sleep now. Like, no, dude, pay attention. See if a low time frame SMT occurs. What is that going to do, you know? Sometimes it's going to make it a little bit more choppy. Sometimes it's going to reverse and put you in drawdown. But you got to look at the high time frame confluences. What are we doing? We got a high time frame liquidity sweep. We got a high time frame bearish SMT. We got a low time frame bearish SMT. A little bit of a manipulation to the upside doesn't mean that we're going to reverse all the way. Higher time frames hold higher power. You know? So I'm not terribly frustrated with what I did. You know, I had these conversations with you guys because I need you to see that, you know, I'm not perfect. Like, I make mistakes, but it's not okay to make the same mistake over and over and over again. You had to learn from them. Without learning from them, you're not growing. So, it kind of sucks how today played out, but tomorrow, I believe, should be a good day. Yeah, it's no news. You know, we have a lot of draws on liquidity. Maybe we'll do a live trading day. We'll see. I do have class in the morning. I'll probably hop on the charts and see if I can get a live trading event going. So, yeah, we'll play it out. We'll see what happens, and that pretty much wraps up today. Go check out my TikTok and my Instagram. A little bit of psychology that has to go with this trade, and kind of breaking down how you can manage your emotions when you're doing this. Because honestly, I was completely fine. I wasn't really that anxious. I wasn't really that scared. I wasn't really that mad. Even when I lost, like, I was kind of thankful that I lost because I learned from this. So Biggest takeaway, follow your fucking strategy. Follow it, like genuinely, because when you follow it, shit like this happens. You get a 1 to 2.5 trade. That's solid as shit. 68 points. That is beautiful. 68 point. That was a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful trade. That was from 10:13 to 10:40. That's a long, or sorry, till 10:34. It's like 20-minute trade. That is a beautiful, beautiful entry. Followed my strategy. It worked out. Bang. I'm going to do it again and again and again and again. I'm going to keep fucking showing up. Because like I said in this first video, I want this shit. I will do whatever it takes to see this thing through. I don't care if it takes me a year, if it takes me several months, or it happens next week. I don't care. I will continue showing up. I will continue pushing out information. I'll continue uploading these videos. I'll continue posting on my TikTok, on my Instagram. You can call me fucking crazy. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit. You can share the video, do whatever you want with it. Comment negative things. It doesn't fucking matter, because at the end of the day, if I'm not taking action, I just wasted so much fucking time and effort and money. I have to see this shit through, because I know what I'm capable of. Because when you do the shit that you're supposed to be doing, this is what fucking happens. This is what happens. You get trades like this. Solid, solid trades. So I'm going to keep showing up. And there's nothing in the world that's going to stop me from doing that. This binder right here is completely filled. Completely filled. Every single page. Every fucking page. It would be ludicrous for me to just stop now. Just stop. All right, I give up. No more. What? What are you talking about? I put in so many hours of my life to do this. I genuinely cannot stop. There's nothing in the world that can make me stop. I have to see this through. I have to see this through. So, you follow me on this journey, because this is... It's gonna be funny when I look back on these videos and really reflect and go, shit, I fucking did it. Everyone would be doing this shit if it was fucking easy. Everyone would be doing it. But they're not. Trading turned into some mainstream bullshit. I started trading probably a year and a half ago, and the amount of popularity that has grown from this is insane. You see everyone now like, oh, I want to trade. No, the fuck you don't. No, you don't. Because this shit is hard as fuck. This is hard as fuck. Super hard. Oh, what do you mean? You're just looking at text on the screen. No, dude, no. The discipline, the psychological warfare that goes on in your mind, the doubt, oh my God. It's a crazy journey. If you're doing this and you're watching this video and you're new to trading and you don't know what you're doing and you're trying to take advice from me, someone who is an unprofitable trader but is trying to turn profitable, I'm just letting you know that it is a self journey. You're not going to get some shortcut. You're not going to find some magic key in my videos that's going to help you. You're not going to find something that's just going to give you the answer like that and then boom, you're profitable. No, it doesn't work like that. It's the harsh reality. It doesn't work like that. It's going to take you a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of money, a lot of failure to get where you want to be. So, I've already taken up enough of your time for today. That was my trade. Yeah, if you like what I'm doing here, hit the subscribe button. I'll be posting daily. So, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.